Alright, everybody, welcome in. This is going to be a 2v2 Stormgate cast today. I'm algorithm0r, and this is going to be one of my games. And in this match today, I'm going to introduce this blue team here. This is going to be Jason in the blue. And he was the host of this game, so thank you, Jason, for doing this. And his partner today is going to be none other than Spartak in the blue. Now, this is not the real Spartak. This is, of course, jayxp123. And over on the red and the orange side, in the red infernal, is none other than yours truly, algorithm0r. And my partner, also a caster in the French language, you can catch him on a number of different tournaments, is Kieirra. Playing in the orange Vanguard today. And already we have, I remember this from the game, I was like, I swear I put an effigy down here, but no. Jason's pup was attacking. Now, I was chasing away the pup of JXP, aka Spartak. Now, I didn't see this battle. Is Kieirra going to get the last bite? Oh, he got him! Good job, buddy. That's a victory right there. And now... And we're banned. That's what Spartak said. He said if we did not let him win, he was going to ban us. And we are sad about that. Indeed we are. And see, that effigy went out because the other effigy died, and then the effigy I put down, I don't know why it wasn't permanent, but it made me feel sad. So many sad losses already. A lost scout and a lost effigy. I've got a conclave going down after my shrine and vault opening. Looks like Kieirra also went for a command post into racks down here on the low ground, putting a, what is that? Biokinetics lab, looks like. And whereas Spartak, aka jayxp123, is on 2 racks with his own lab up, and his lab not quite researching yet. And his partner here, Jason, is on a command post and a racks as well. And Jason is already out creeping the speedy camp. And the health camp was also creeped already by JXP. We got Jason and JXP, so I guess this is Team J. And we've now got the speed camp creeped out on our side. And Spartak is on the way. We'll see. I've got a little Shroud Stone going down. That's just because I'm defensive and I'm not as good as some of the players in this game. So I want to make sure that I can hold off, in particular JXP, who can be a very aggressive player. And we do see Lancers on the way. Now, I think what happened here is we were going to go over here and do this, and then we saw, yes, indeed, we saw, wait a second, they're stealing our camp. That seems aggressive. Let's get back over here. And those are my first fiends just dying. They're just trying to die. Now look at that. There's a nice flat cannon. That's my buddy. And ay. This is the kind of engagement I usually have with JXP. Is, yes, my Bruce went down pretty much for free. And but my Hexen did get away, and she ran away the inside, and I pumped out 1 Magmadon, and I am known for 1 Magmadon, at least when we were playing 2v2s this day. That was about all I could muster in a previous game. So my Magmadon's here. I think that's enough to at least scare Lancers away. There's also a vault here, which I'd like to say is because I know what I'm doing, but I'm just copying the positioning of other much better Infernal players than I, which is you can pump out another Mag if you need to, if you've got the money and the charges. That makes it kind of risky to attack into that position, always knowing that, hey, a Magmadon can pop out of there at any moment. But it looks like Spartak and Jason have gone to take out the Therium. Instead, they've backed up from their aggression. And as a result, we're going for that health camp, which we never cleared originally. There's another Magmadon. That's what I'm talking about. That Magmadon popping down. What do I put down? Oh, that's a farm. Okay. Just trying to get a little more static D. I've got some upgrades up. Looks like nothing going on there. And we're moving out to the Vision Tower. Well, on the other side, now we've got Exos coming out of J. And I think we had seen one or two earlier, but it was mostly a Lancers up there at the front when they came aggressive. And we are also getting this third base taken, and looks like guarded out a little bit by Jason, while Spartak takes this tower. We've taken this tower here, and Spartak is coming around the top to be mean and try and steal this from us. Takes out the effigy. And here we have a little battle. Exos versus Exos and Lancers. The Exos get taken out, but... okay, not super great control by me on my Magmadon. I did get a little bit of a trample out there. And nice shields up on the Lancer to make him basically invincible. And Kieirra and Jay are just having a little micro battle here. Seeing who can control their Exos a little bit better. Now we have Lancers showing up, and they're getting right on top of my move commanded units, but I finally noticed and I move into attack. I actually am pulling those Gaunts back. They were in a very precarious position. And now it's going to be my Magmadons trying to get on top of these units, and it looks like some of these users from Jason get cleaned up, although the highly promoted Exos from JXP on the top here, you see more promotes going down to keep them alive. They are now in full retreat as they see our whole army pushing up. We're going to steal this vision tower. For the moment, it looks like I'm going for a third base here. Kieirra has not yet gone for a third base, but as... oh, here we do see Bob going out for that. I was going to say, as a Vanguard player, you can get away with not going up as many bases for quite so quick. Although Vanguard Eco has been quite fast in the last few patches, so it's always worthwhile to keep your Eco going. And Kieirra's going to stay on that high ground where it looks like I'm going to try and move down here. Now remember, we had this vision tower, so we could actually see Jay moving down, and I was a little worried. And sure enough, Jay saying, like, let's go attack. So I was a little worried. You can see my units moving back. Oh, Kieirra's with me. Okay. That's Kieirra's little ball. And, yeah, I think I had sort of rallied over here, because we can see my Hellborn. But here's the beginning of this battle. Jay's pulled up. Kieirra's already there with a really nice force of Vulcans and Exos. And now my one Hellborn here, two Hellborn actually, able to shoot some down. That was a stasis drone, I think, on my Magmadon. I wasn't sure what that weird red bubble was because I kept pushing him and I'm like, why is he moving? Honestly, I thought it was a shields up for some reason, but the shields up are still blue. Even if they're cast by your orange friend. And it looks like this was not the battle that Team J wanted, so they backed up. And now Jay's going back to the... oh, because Jay wants to retake this tower. While Jason's got his units here, he's got some Sentinels and Graven here, so going for high-tech play. Whereas it looked like JXP was sticking largely on his Bio plus Vulcans. Any medtechs in there? I think Jason had medtechs, yes. So, of course, when you're both playing this same faction, you can kind of become more specialized. Whereas when you're only playing one faction, or you're the only one playing the faction, you might want to build the whole kit, or whatever the valuable units in the kit are. In my case, I've decided Mags and Hellborn and one Gaunt. Why not? Just one Gaunt. There's some more Gaunts coming. Another Mag on the way. Now this base is going to be taken out before it can even get finished. Yeah, it gets cancelled. And I think we're going to be coming down here. Coming down this ramp. There is a defensive army here. So this could be a main engage. Oh, I hear shots. Oh, some Vulcans are out. I'm trying to move my units into a position where they're going to have a little bit more of a concave. Now, one thing about these nano shield bubbles is they protect against range damage. They do not protect against melee damage. So the Magmadon's right inside there. Now look at them all standing on that sticky bomb, slowed down with their slowed attack. That pretty much has nullified all of the Magmadons here. And they're getting taken out. How's the battle up on the high ground going? Oh, a lot of Vulcans just get taken out by a huge volley of Hellborn. And but Balkans on both sides die, and it looks like there's just going to be more Exos, and now it's shield or sentry. No, what are these? Stasis drones down on the Hellborn. They're dead. They're sitting ducks. Are they just going to wait for the drones to finish? Look at this. There's a fireball in the air. Stasis fireball. That was cool. They each got a couple shots off before they died, but looks like Jason's going to take the tower back. So that attack meant to finish the game actually failed. And looks like we have a little bit of a supply lead. That is Team algorithm0r and Kieirra. But it's small. It's maybe 20. Maybe 20. Now, here I am going to take this out, but it looks like Jay is coming down from the high ground, and I try and pull some of my gaunts back, but unfortunately, I did not. Wow. All those units melted by the Atlases from above. That was just devastating for my units. Now, they're going to take out the Shadow Demons, but Kieirra is going to jump jet forward, use a nano defense bubble, and we see a sentry drone going down on one of those Vulcans, so he's taken out of the action. My poor little Magmadon doesn't know what to do. Finally gets in there, some huge stuns actually on all those units, and is now trying to eat consumes a fiend, trying to chomp down on these Atlases, but finally get taken out. But Kieirra moves forward, mother jump jet. Again, another Magmadon showing up, but mostly just trampling himself. He didn't get anywhere, killing that last Atlas. I think it was largely Kieirra's force doing the work there, those Vulcans and Exos. And here are a couple really brave Gaunts trying to be the front line, and somehow managing to stay alive for a while. Here comes a Mag. That's who you really want out on the front. Lay a trample down, old buddy, and sure enough he does. Tries to get away but gets taken out. And once again, it is Kieirra's force here doing the cleanup job, as there's not much out of me. jayxp doing a pretty good job of trying to hold this position, but now Kieirra's able to take out a couple command posts. My Magmadons just go stomping in all by themselves. Actually, they did a good job of pulling back. Look at that. I'm microing. When you only have 4 units, it's kind of easy to micro them. More Mags showing up. That's sort of the end. Kieirra's forces were really strong, but a couple Mags helping out. That's going to be it. We are all banned. You're all banned too for watching this. I'm sorry, everyone. I dragged you into this. But this is a GG. I hope you enjoyed this 2v2, and check out more content on my channel.